Hello, everyone. I am Sean, and welcome once again to my horror corner. Quick, unplanned episode today. Do this once in a while. I finally got to go see the Conjuring Last Rites last night, so wanted to just come on and briefly talk about that. I'll keep it spoiler free. I know the film's been out for a week. Maybe everybody has seen it by now, but just in case they haven't, like I said, I'll keep this spoiler free so I don't ruin anything for anybody. But before, of course, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate this. This one was unplanned. Pick back up with regular episodes tomorrow. But thanks for watching the video. And to everyone who has subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys' support, your encouragement. You guys are the best. So thank you. Um, that being said, so last night I managed to get to go see The Conjuring Last Rites. I had planned on going it to see it last week when it, or last, yeah, I guess last week when it came out. And last weekend, and just everyone knows I've been dealing with some health issues, so I just wasn't able to do so. But got to go see it yesterday, and I like this movie. I enjoyed this movie. I feel like this movie really kind of summarizes my opinion of this entire franchise. And like I said, I'm going to do this a little differently than what I do my normal episodes today. Don't have any notes. Not going to talk about casts and directors and all of that kind of stuff. Just come on and briefly talk about my thoughts on the film. But I do think that this movie kind of mirrors my thoughts on this entire franchise. It's good, not great, but it's good. Um, there were some things I really liked about this film, and there were, I don't know, one thing that I didn't like. It's so hard to talk about these spoiler free because I want to talk about stuff that will give things away, and I don't, so I'm not going to do that. But um, I like the way the film started. I like some of the flashback stuff we get at the beginning of the movie. Jump scares, I didn't really think there were any big jump scares for this one. We've had some of those in some of the other entries in the franchise. I didn't think there was any for this movie, but it's so funny. One of the things I like about the theater experience is when you get to go and see other people's reactions to movies, right? And so I was surprised with this being out for a week, how many people were in the theater when I went to watch this last night, and there was still a pretty good crowd in this theater last night, and listening to other people react to things is always fun, right? Sometimes it makes the experience more fun. Sometimes it takes away from it depending on what kind of crowd you have. But it was a decent group of people, and listening to their reaction was fun. Kind of adds to it a little bit. But yeah, I didn't think there was any major jump scares. Um, there were some creepy moments here and there. I do like a couple things I will say, and I won't go into great detail on them again because I don't want to spoil anything. But I like the addition of having Ed dealing with some health issues, and that's all I'll say through this, and then also having their daughter much more involved in this one. I think that kind of added to it a little bit. It adds to the stakes of the film and what's going on, and I think those two things draw you in a little bit. Sometimes when you get a franchise where there's been a lot of movies, things can get repetitive, right? And so I think bringing in those two little subplots or whatever you want to call them, I think helped add to this a little bit and bring you in. So I liked those things that were going on in the story. Like I said, there are some creepy moments. There was just one issue, and again, I want to be so careful how I say this. One issue towards the end of the film that or one issue I have with the movie towards the end of the film. One thing that they did that I just thought was very silly, that I didn't like at all. The only thing that I'll say, again, I really don't want to spoil anything involving the Annabelle doll. I'll just leave it at that. I won't say any more than that. There was something there at one point in the movie involving the Annabelle doll that I did not like. But other than that, the movie was fine. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Nothing huge, nothing. Again, I think I've heard a few people say that this is the scariest movie yet in this franchise. I don't think so. I don't even think it's close, to be honest with you. But it was still fun. It was enjoyable. Um, Performances again were solid. A few creepy moments, that kind of thing. Yeah. It was a Conjuring movie, but it was good. Much better than the previous film that came out in this franchise, in my opinion. So, yeah, I liked it. My scale of 1 to 10. Um, I'd probably give it a 7, 7 out of 10, which I think is pretty par for the course on me on this franchise. And I don't know, maybe at some point I'll come back and talk about this whole franchise, talk about the Conjuring films and the Nun and Annabelle and all those things. You know, that might be something fun to go through at some point. But I feel like generally I find myself right around the 7 ranking for a lot of these films, and that's where I am for this one as well. A 7 out of 10. It was good. Nothing mind blowing, nothing earth shattering, new great things, but still fun and a little bit of an improvement from what we got last from this. So, yeah, I like the movie. I recommend it. Again, few couple things thrown in that I thought were great additions to the film as far as little sub stories and things going on that I do think added to maybe the intensity of the situations, and again, just bringing you in, up the stakes, basically. I said that a while ago, but that's the only really way I know to put it. So, yeah, it was a fun watch. I'm glad I got to see it. Um, that's supposedly it now for the Conjuring movies, but I did hear that I believe HBO Max is going to be having some kind of series from this Conjuring franchise, so that might be interesting to see. And who knows, maybe we'll get more Annabelle, more The Nun, more something like that somewhere down the road. But yeah, go check out The Conjuring. If you've seen it already, let me know what you think. I want to know your thoughts on this movie. Did you like it? Are you a big fan of this franchise? Um, did you not like it? What were your thoughts on The Conjuring Last Rites? Um, Hit the like button for me today. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please do so. Subscribe, like, comment. I love all the interaction with people. That's one of the best things about this to me is the interaction with the horror community. So yeah, let's interact with me. Hit that like button, smash the like button, leave me comments. Let me know what you think about this film. Um, yeah, and I'll be back tomorrow with my regular movies. I'll be on with Isaiah from The Bitter Wolf talking about Black Christmas tomorrow. So that episode will still be coming. But yeah, follow me on social media if you don't already. I'm pretty much on everything out there: Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, X. Just search Sean's Horror Corner. I have a letterbox. So yeah, just I try to follow back as much as possible. As long as you seem like a real person and we've got some things in common, I'll follow back. So yeah, follow on social media, subscribe, like, comment, and if you haven't yet, go watch The Conjuring. Thanks so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow. Have a great day.